talking about?
It's too late. I've messed it up. I've messed it up for good. So after Kevin and Joey had their little talk with the judge, I asked to have my little talk with the judge. I told him I wanted to drop the custody suit, Pa.
Herb Callison allowed you to do such a thing?
It was the toughest decision I've ever made. Look, I love those kids. And I know I'll be a good father to them. God knows I don't want to lose Kevin or Joey or Jessica.
Jessica, your own flesh and blood. Do you know something, Clint? Vicky does not remember giving birth to the little gal.
She'll be fine here. The kids will be safe here. Kim and Heron are here. They know the score. They'll keep their eye on things.
Will Tom Dennison also be here?
I took that into consideration. Look, it's very possible that Vicky will not get her memory back, that she won't remember anything of the last 8 years, that she won't remember anything of our life together. And given the way she feels about Tom Dennison and the way he feels about her, it's very possible.
Look, Righty, stop. You are not letting that character bring up Jessica and those little boys. That is your best reason to fight for their custody.
Oh, as much as I dislike Dennison and as much as I dislike the idea of him being in her life, I do not hate Vicky. I love her. I love her more than I've ever loved any woman before, or probably ever will again.
Well, there's no decision for the judge to make.
He wouldn't allow the suit to be dropped, and I'm convinced that he's going to decide in Vicky's favor.
Son, you gave him no choice.
I didn't have a choice.
I understand, son. I mean, I really do.
You know, tonight's going to be my last night here at Landfair. I'm going to be moving out tomorrow afternoon.
Oh, I hate to hear you say that.
I've accepted it. And I'll find some way to deal with it.
You may not have to.
Oh, look, will you give it up? Will you give it up? It's done. It's over.
It's not over till that fat lady sings, and I haven't heard one note yet.
Pa, there is nothing left to save.
I'm gonna pray there is. And your good friends are gonna pray there is. All right. Upstairs may not be inclined to listen to the likes of me. But your wonderful friends, he's bound to listen to them.
Is that the doorbell?
Yeah, I think so.
Expecting anyone?
No.
Good.
Herb,
What?
that could be John. He could have had a fight with Dorian and want to be put up for the night.
If we're very quiet, he'll turn around and leave.
Yeah, I know, but Herb, he has a key, and he could just, barge in here and...
On the other hand, he'll turn around and go away, won't he?
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Hello, Judith. I'm sorry for interrupting, but I have to see Herb.
Dorian.
Herb, the police have come up with a sketch of the man who hit me on the head, stole my car, and stripped it.
Well, that's wonderful, but you could have called.
I couldn't. See, Diane says that she recognizes the man. He was someone who used to live in one of the foster homes that she was in, and she's scared to death.
Does she have any reason to think he'd harm her?
Of course she does. Will you excuse us, Judith?
Wait, Dorian.
Herb, the thing is, I want Diane to go to the police and tell them the whole story. I want you to go with her.
Well, why don't you go with her?
I can't. First of all, she needs legal counsel. But I have to go to Washington to see Senator Winwood, and it can't wait until I come back.
Well, I'll take care of it first thing in the
It
morning.
can't wait until tomorrow morning. Please, Herb, can I count on you?
Diane, why does she need legal counsel?
She'll explain it to you. Please, dear. Go in my place. Be supportive of Diane.
Do I have any choice?
Oh, thank you. I knew I could depend on you.
Yes, of
Oh,
course.
I'm so sorry. Really, I am that I interrupted your evening, Judith. Oh, Herb. Thank you. Bye-bye. Oh, we had a few surprises tonight, and she's taking care of a couple of things.
What's going on?
Well, I guess you'll find out soon enough. If you'll excuse me, I've got some paperwork that I have to finish.
Diane, Mom thinks you're a great assistant.
Well, I do my best.
Well, you must have picked up those talents somewhere. You weren't just born efficient, right?
I have delved into my past enough today.
Diane? These are for you. Huh. Delivery boy just brought them. Who could be sending me flowers? There's a card. Why don't you read it?
Diane, happy days are here again. Love, Jamie.
You know, you two are very, very smart boys. You're so smart that I think you're entitled to know what's going to happen tomorrow.
About the hearing?
Tomorrow, the judge is going to make a very important decision. A decision that's going to affect all of us.
Dad told us about it. The judge is going to say who gets us, right?
Well, not exactly. Yeah, I guess so. The judge is going to decide who the three of you are going to live with. Your father or me.
We belong to both of you, don't we?
Oh, God. You bet you do. And you always will, okay? And you're going to see a lot of both of us. I promise you that. I want you to believe that, and I want you to believe that your father will always love you very much, just like I will always love you very much.
Jeffrey Parker's parents love him, but he still hates them living away from each other.
Yeah. Well, your friend Jeff, he hasn't had it very easy, has he? I'm not going to lie to you and tell you it's going to be easy for you, because it's not going to be. But we are going to find a way to make it not quite so bad, okay? I promise you that whenever you're with your father or me, on weekends or in the afternoon, even if it's just for an hour, we're going to make that time count, okay?
And we'll make it just as fun for you. Okay.
My darlings, my boys. Oh, thank you for being so patient with your old mama. I tell you what, it's time for bed, so I think you better go on upstairs. Have you brushed your teeth?
No.
Okay, go on and brush your teeth. And I'll be up in a minute, okay?
Come on, Joey. Good night, Tom. Good night.
Hey, fellas. You were absolutely wonderful, all right?
No, I wasn't.
Yes, you were.
I didn't find the right words to say. I couldn't make it better for them. Oh, my God.
Let it out. Let it all out.
I can't. I have to be strong, at least till tomorrow. I have to.
Vicky, look, everything's going to be just fine.
Oh, God, I wish I were as sure of the judge's decision as you are.
Look, I want you to promise me something. Tomorrow, when the judge renders his decision, I want you to look around in court, look at me and say, Tom Dennison, you're one smart guy. That a deal?
Yeah, it's a deal.
Well, that'll let you get some rest.
Okay.
Good night, Vicky.
Good night.
You were actually with Diane when the flowers arrived?
Oh, yeah. When she got the phony message from Jamie, I thought she was going to blow a fuse.
Did she say anything?
Oh, yeah. She tried to pretend they were from some secret admirer.
That's a good sign. That means she's scared. She's usually a little bit more original with the lines.
Oh, there is no doubt about it. We are definitely on the right track. The way to catch Diane is through her fear of Jamie Sanders. Now, all we have to do is get her to set foot in the final trap.
Happy days are here again. Love, Jamie. Damn it, Jamie. Why'd you have to come back?
Good evening, Mr. Callison.
Hello, Emma. I believe Miss Bristol is expecting you. All right, Diane. What's the problem?
I see Dorian found you.
With her impeccably rotten timing, as usual, yes.
I'm sorry, Herb. I told her not to bother you.
Well, I appreciate that, but Dorian insisted that you needed some legal help. I just hope this is more important than the wonderful evening I was having.
By such a handsome young man. Court?
Oh, no, I'm sorry, Ma. I'm not the best of company tonight, am I?
Court, I thought you said you were going to do your best to put Tina out of your mind.
Yeah, well, that was, before,
Before? Before what?
Look, Ma, I haven't told you something yet. Last time I saw Tina, she told me something that I've been thinking about an awful lot lately.
Another one of her lies, no doubt.
I thought so at first, but maybe now I'm not too sure of. She told me she was pregnant with my baby, Ma.
Tina, did I say you were good for me? You're my lucky star.
What do you mean? I didn't win anything.
You kidding? When you were beside me by that roulette wheel, every time it went around, ow! Here, let me take that. Why do you think I kept on winning?
Oh, careful, Max.
What's the matter? You can't take the excitement?
I was thinking of someone else.
Oh, you're thinking of court again. Hey, come on. Did Atlantic City teach you anything?
Yeah. Taught me that you are a very good gambler.
That's all?
And that you're a gentleman, too. I really did appreciate the adjoining rooms, you know.
Tina, Atlantic City proved to us that you and I are right for each other. You give me good luck, and I make you forget about what's-his-name.
That's just it, Max. I can't forget him. Don't you see, now that I'm back in Landry, I have to give it another try. I have to see Court again.
Kevin. Thought you were asleep, sweetheart.
I know, but I just couldn't.
Come on, sit with me. You worried about what the judge is going to decide tomorrow?
He won't split us up, will he?
No, absolutely not. No, the three of you are always going to stay together.
Even if Dad gets us?
You sure you want to talk about this now?
Yeah, can we?
Sure. If your father wins custody, he plans to take the three of you to Grandpa's house to live.
I know. I was just making sure you knew.
My boy. Yeah, I know. We discussed it. And I think it's a terrific idea. I really do. I mean, Grandpa's house isn't exactly Timbuktu, is it? You spend a lot of time there. You know the house very well. You'll still be going to the same school. You'll still have all the same friends. And before you know it, life will be just as normal and as routine as it was here.
I don't care what any judge says. I want to live and see the both of you.
And you will, darling. You will. We're going to work out a schedule so that hopefully you'll see us both every day.
I don't want a schedule. See, if I get to live with you, I'm going to go to sneak over Dad's house whenever I want. And if I would get to live with Dad, I sneak over here, okay?
I know how you feel. And I'm very proud of you for that, actually. But we're not going to have to resort to all that sneaking around.
You sure?
I'm absolutely sure. Judge Guernsey will do the right thing for us. I'm sure he will.
I watched you in Atlantic City. When we got there, you were down on your luck, down on yourself. But by the time we walked out of that town, you were positively glowing.
Look, it was a couple of really nice days there, all right? But it wasn't real life.
It was real to me. You were real to me, Tina.
Max, you don't understand. I have certain responsibilities, certain obligations.
What, to Cord? After the way he dumped on you, all he deserves from you is the back of your hand. Come on, don't make yourself miserable begging for his love.
Max, please. You were so sweet and kind to me. Please don't spoil it now, all right?
You think I'm coming on to you? Okay, maybe just a little bit, but it's just to show you that you're too good for that guy.
No, he's good. That's why I have to try to make it work again.
He's so good, let him try, huh? Damn it, Tina. Why are you setting yourself up for this rejection, huh? Where is your dignity, girl? Where is your pride?
Look, Max, I know you mean well. All right, but I have my own reasons for having to try to make this work, all right?
Well, what reasons? Look, if there's some deep, dark secret that's causing you to grovel for Cord, you can tell me.
Look, I just don't want to talk about this anymore, all right? I just want to spend the night alone, all by myself.
Alone, huh?
Look, Max, I had a wonderful time. I did. And everything has to come to an end.
Not everything. Just you and Cord.
Max.
Okay. All right, go on. But take my advice. Get a good night's sleep, dream about me, and when you wake up, don't even think of calling that ex-husband of yours, huh? Good night.
Good night, Max.
Of Tina's lies, this one has got to be the lowest.
Yeah, well, maybe she's not lying this time, Ma. Who knows?
Son, the best thing you can do is to forget about Tina and her lies and go on with your life.
Well, I would feel a hell of a lot better about that, Ma, if I could be convinced that she wasn't pregnant.
Talk to Clint.
Clint?
Well, it wasn't too long ago that she gave him the same outrageous story. Don't you remember? She tried to lead him to believe that she was carrying his child.
Yeah, I remember that.
Cord, she has been lying to you since the first day that you met her. And she's not going to stop until you decide to get her out of your life once and for all.
Hi, Kate.
You must be psychic. How did you know I was coming home today?
What are you doing, Tina? You can't drink. You're going to have a baby. Cord's baby.
Whoops.
Kate. Hi.
Damn it, Tina. Don't set yourself up for more rejection. Where's your dignity, girl? Where's your pride?
Max, you don't understand. Nobody understands.
Nothing psychic about it, Kate. I live here, right? Just plain dumb luck.
Yeah, and just my luck, you'd be the first person I see. How are you, Mrs. Roberts?
Oh, I'm fine, thanks. And you couldn't have come at a better time. Excuse me, Kate. Honey Bunch, I have to get back to the Vernon Inn, and I'm sure you and Kate have some catching up to do.
Yeah.
Thanks for dinner.
It's okay, Mom. So, I was beginning to think that I might never see you again.
Did you send out a posse?
Not yet. Hey, you told me you needed some time up there on that mountain to think things through. That's good. I can appreciate that. I would never intrude on your space like that.
Thanks. Did me a lot of good. I know it seems selfish, but... What?
Kate, there's nothing selfish about looking out after yourself. That's smart, is what that is.
Have you been looking out after yourself?
I've, been boxing with some self-doubt, but that's... Maybe I should get my own mountain, huh?
It can be pretty therapeutic if you pick the right mountain.
Yeah, I bet it could. So what'd you do? Did you meet some wise man up there? Give you a lot of good advice?
No. No, but I made some decisions on my own.
Such as?
Such as keep an open mind about things. Don't let things frighten you. And don't let being afraid of getting hurt get in the way of finding something more meaningful.
Well, you frighten me too, Kate. I'm glad you're back. I missed you.
I've missed you too.
Come.
Oh. Well, let's see, we've talked about the banner, work, my family, the weather, everything.
Except Tina.
Tina.
Well, she's still claiming that she's pregnant. I don't know what I believe now, Kate. My mom says I'm being foolish, of course. Says Tina's nothing but a born liar and will never change. I keep wondering, though.
I wish I could help you with this, but I just don't know Tina well enough.
She's a liar, Kate. I just don't know if she's capable of telling such a terrible lie. That's the thing.
Well, look, there's one thing about being pregnant. Either you are or you're not. There's no middle ground.
So you think I should take a look at that medical report?
Yeah, I mean, that's the easiest way to find out. She can't falsify the records.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't put that past Tina. That's one thing about that woman. Anytime she wants something, she'll do whatever she needs to do to get it.
I think that you need to decide whether she's what you want, faults and all.
I think that I don't want to ruin your homecoming anymore by talking about Tina.
Okay, for now.
For now.
And what's going on with Vicky and Clint?
You must be glad you came home, huh? Seems like everybody I know, they've got all these hard times and bitterness going on.
Well, look, I feel bad for Vicky and Clint and for the children, but I feel bad for you, too.
Me?
Yeah, I mean, yes, you're all grown up and you're not in the middle of things like Kevin and Joey, but he's your father, and it must be hard to watch him go through this.
Oh, it's hard to watch both of them go through this. I love Vicky every bit as much as I love Clint. It's going to be tough tomorrow when the judge gives his decision. Both of them are going to need a hell of a lot of support.
I'd like to go to the courtroom with you tomorrow.
I'd like that. Thank you. But it's not going to be very pretty.
No, I don't expect it to be. But I'd really like to be there for you.
The problem is that Diane's so good at lying and covering up.
Okay, then how do we tighten the noose?
We don't tighten the noose. We let Diane use her cleverness to tighten her own noose.
All right, that sounds great. How did we do it?
Well, I think, first of all, you're going to have to be friendly, just like you have been with her, but not too friendly. We don't want to think something's coming up.
Okay, so I'm nice, but not too nice. Then what?
Then we push the Jamie Sanders button. Make her think that Jamie really is in town.
And once we get her to believe that?
Then sooner or later, she's got to try and make contact with him. When she does, we spring the trap. We'll get all the proof we need.
Gosh, I cannot believe all this. I mean, Diane is not my favorite person, but to think she was actually Jamie's accomplice?
But just think of your mother and the faith she put in Diane, let alone the money she put aside in her will.
I know, I can't stand the thought of Mom being used.
Well, maybe she won't be, if we can prove to her who Diane really is. You still with me?
All the way.
Good. Sit tight.
Wait, where are you going?
To put the second phase of our plan into motion.
What about me?
What about you?
Sean?
Okay, sit tight until Diane gets her next little surprise.
No, I thought it was Jim Wilson, but after Dorian left, I looked at the sketch some more, and I think I overreacted. After all, it was 5 years ago, and he may look completely different.
Diane, the only question is whether he looks like the man in the sketch.
Well, that's another thing. You know, I studied his eyes, and I remembered Jim's eyes weren't nearly so close together.
Well, hold it. Now, an hour ago, you told Dorian you were sure this was somebody you knew. Now you're not sure?
Well, I told you I was embarrassed. So why don't you just go back to your nice evening and we can forget about all this foolishness?
Yeah, well, some things are easier to forget than others. You know what I mean? Now, when's the last time you saw this Jim Wilson?
I told you, 4 years ago.
But you said it was 5.
4, 5, 6. I mean, the point is that it's behind me, and he's definitely not the man in that picture. Herb, I really appreciate you coming over here, but there's nothing to worry about, believe me.
Good night, Diane.
Good night. Oh, come on, answer. It's Diane. I have to see you right now.
I'm not really in the mood for a nightcap, so if you'll excuse me.
I wouldn't be so quick to run off, Max. I didn't bump into you by accident. Max, you've got to get Tina out of town by tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Shh. Would you keep your voice down?
Lady, you gotta be joking.
No, look, I just saw Cord. Now, he's beginning to have second thoughts. I want Tina out of town before he decides to give her another chance.
Yeah, well, I got news for you. I was just with Tina, and she's having second and third thoughts herself.
Well, what about your ranch in Argentina that you've been dreaming about for so many years? I mean, do you want to let that slip right through your fingers?
You know I don't.
Well, if Tina gets Cord back, you might as well forget about it.
Listen, lady, you can threaten and you can push, but I can't perform miracles in one night.
Shh. Keep your voice down, Max.
She's in love with him, damn it. I don't understand it, and I sure as hell can't do anything about it, but I can't change it in 24 hours.
Max, look, I'm not asking for a miracle. But we both have too much to lose to give up on it right now. Agreed?
Agreed.
All right, well then listen to me carefully. I think I have the right words that'll change Tina's mind.
Looking for you.
Dad, you act like I'm avoiding you. I've been here for an hour.
Doing what?
Well, with Mom out of town, I got kind of lonely, so John and I came here for some coffee and dessert.
John? I don't see John. Where's John?
Something came up. He had an investigation.
Oh, we're being awfully circumspect this evening, aren't we?
And you're acting more like the district attorney instead of my father.
I'm sorry. You're right, baby. I guess I'm in a suspicious mood tonight. I just came from being with Diane, you know, and I can tell you, the more I see of that girl, the less I like the idea of her being Dorian's personal protege.
Yeah, I wish that's all she were.
What do you mean?
Mom didn't tell you? I guess she knew how you'd react. Mom's decided to put Diane in her will.
What?
I know. I tried to talk her out of it, and so did John. But you know Mom when she makes up her mind.
Yeah, I also know her when she's out of her mind. What is she trying to prove?
Well, it seems the more people that tell her not to trust Diane, the more determined she is to prove that we're wrong. So putting Diane in her will is her way of showing how much she trusts
Yes,
her.
well, it has to be some way that we can convince her that her ideas are misguided.
There might be.
Oh?
Well, Mom will probably come to her senses soon.
You really don't count on it, honey. Dorian went through a life-and-death ordeal with Diane in prison, and she feels very close to her. In the process, she's thrown common sense out the window.
Well, don't worry about it too much, Dad. I'm sure Mom will realize she's making a big mistake.
Something you're not telling me.
No, it's not like that at all.
Cassie, if there's something you know about Diane's background, I want to know what it is.
Dad, I don't know any more than you do, honest. I just think, who knows? Maybe after tomorrow, we'll all know a lot more about the real Diane Bristol. That's you?
Pretty good disguise, huh?
Well, it better be or we're both in big trouble.
I'm here because you said we were already in big trouble.
Well, there's trouble, all right. Take a look at this.
That almost looks like...
Not a bad likeness, huh, Murray?
The cops out there looking for me already?
No, I think I was able to divert them temporarily. But if I were you, I'd lay low for a while.
Thanks, kid. I owe you one.
Yes, you do. And you can repay me with some information. When did Jamie get back into town?
That creep. He wouldn't dare show himself around here. I'd personally punch his lights out if he did. He owes me money.
You mean he's not in town?
Not that I've heard. He'd be nuts to come back here.
Unless he's in such hot water, he had no choice.
Maybe. But either way, what's it to you, kid?
Trouble, Murray. Big trouble. Max, I thought we said goodnight.
Said a lot of things. Do you mind?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I do.
Look, I know it's late, but I wanted to come here before you did anything foolish, like running back to car to get your face slapped again.
Max, look, it is very late, and I am very tired, so...
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I was lying there in my bed looking up at the ceiling, and I said to myself, Max, I said, it's late. It's later than you think. Tina, I've got the money. I've got the dream. I can't wait anymore. Now, are you going to stay here and waste your life trying to get over Cord, or are you going to start a new life with me?
Max, we've been all through this before, all right?
Tina, I'm leaving for South America tomorrow. Now, I need your decision. You can either stay here and pine away, or you can come with me and be treated like the princess you are. Now, this is it, the final decision. You're going to come with me, or won't you?
Well, Max, I told you before, I need time to think.
Think about the great time we had together in Atlantic City. Think of how good you feel when you're with me.
I know you do make me feel good. You really do. And maybe if I'd met you before, then think... Yeah, but that's not the way it is. I mean, maybe we could have made it work, but we can't now, and I can't make this decision right now. You're just asking me to do all this, and it's too fast.
Tina, my feelings for you get stronger and stronger every day. I can't stand to see you throwing your life away.
I'm not throwing my life away.
Well, then what do you call saving all your love for a guy who's never going to give you anything in return?
The Cord loved me before, and he'll love me again.
And in the meantime, he's passing time with the redhead I saw him with tonight.
Kate Sanders?
He called her Katie, so I guess so.
Katie.
Yeah, I went down to the Waterside Inn. I wanted a stiff drink, and I saw them together in the lobby. They were like this close.
Look, I don't want all the gory details, okay?
Okay, suit yourself.
Well, did he kiss her?
I thought you didn't want the gory details.
I said, did he kiss her or didn't he?
Yes, and vice versa, several times.
In public?
But don't worry, they weren't in public too long. They went upstairs.
You mean they went up to Cord's room?
Well, they weren't going dancing on the roof. Tina, hey, I'm sorry to hurt you like this. But I thought you should know the truth.
Right about now, I would have preferred a good lie.
Hey, you can make all this pain disappear the moment you set foot in Argentina. It'll open up a whole new world for you.
A world without Cord.
On the ranch, you won't be any guy's punching bag again. You'll be the mistress of all you survey. There'll be banquets and balls. Oh, the cream of Buenos Aires society is going to come to see you. I'm telling you, Tina, it's all there. And it's waiting for you.
Max, you make it sound so wonderful. But I need more time to decide. I need at least one more night.
Tina,
No, Max, please, just one more night, and I promise you, I'll give you an answer in the morning, okay?
Okay. But I need to know by noon. That's it. Either you come with me, or you stay here with nothing except a suite full of regrets.
Well, let's see. We've talked about the banner, work, my family, the weather, everything.
Except Tina. Well, she's still claiming that she's pregnant. I don't know what I believe now, Kate. My mom says I'm being foolish, of course. Says Tina's nothing but a born liar and will never change. I keep wondering.
I wish I could help you with this, but I just don't know Tina well enough.
She's a liar, Kate. I just don't know if she's capable of telling such a terrible lie. That's the thing.
Well, look, there's one thing about being pregnant. Either you are or you're not. There's no middle ground.
So you think I should take a look at that medical report?
Yeah, I mean, that's the easiest way to find out. She can't falsify the records.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't put that past Tina. It's one thing about that woman. Anytime she wants something, she'll do whatever she needs to do to get it.
I think that you need to decide whether she's what you want, faults and all.
I think that I don't want to ruin your homecoming anymore by talking about Tina.
Okay. For now.
For now.
But what's going on with Vicky and Clint?
You must be glad you came home, huh? Seems like everybody I know, they got all these hard times and bitterness going on.
Well, look, I feel bad for Vicky and Clint and for the children, but I feel bad for you, too.
Me?
Yeah, I mean, yes, you're all grown up and you're not in the middle of things like Kevin and Joey, but he's your father, and it must be hard to watch him go through this.
Oh, it's hard to watch both of them go through this. I love Vicky every bit as much as I love Clint. It's going to be tough tomorrow when the judge gives his decision. Both of them are going to need a hell of a lot of support.
I'd like to go to the courtroom with you tomorrow.
I'd like that. Thank you. But it's not going to be very pretty.
No, I don't expect it to be. But I'd really like to be there for you.
Vicky? Oh, Tina! Goodness, how nice to see a friendly face. Hi, hon. Hi, listen, I might be leaving town again soon, but I wanted to come by and wish you luck. I mean, not that you're going to need it or anything.
Don't jinx me, please. The judge hasn't rendered a decision yet, you know.
Well, no, but you're the mother, and the mother always gets custody.
Yes, well, that's what everybody tells me. If I do win, I'll be very grateful, particularly to you.
Well, what did I do?
Well, honey, I know that you left town in order to avoid Herb's subpoena.
Yeah, and that was one of the reasons.
I think if Herb had managed to get you on the stand and talk to you about Nicky Smith, the judge would never have decided that I was a qualified candidate for motherhood, you know.
Well, I'm glad I could help. Listen, Vicky. Once you get the good news and everything, maybe we could have a nice long chat, you know, because I could really use a little sisterly advice right now. See, I have this opportunity to start this whole new, brand new life, and I just don't know if I should do it or not.
No, the people are coming in. I guess it won't be long now.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I guess it won't be long. Vicky. Goodbye.
Thank you for coming.
Who's that at the door, Emma?
Another bouquet of flowers for you.
There must be some mistake, a wrong address.
Oh, no. They're for you. It says so right here on the card. Diane Bristol.
Roses are red, carnations are white. You didn't really think I'd let you out of my sight. Jamie.
Hey, Frankie, are there any messages this morning from Mrs. Tina Roberts? No, I'm sorry. She hasn't called. Steve! what the hell are you doing
Even Mike
here?
says that I am the last person you expected to see in Landview, huh? Well, I came to check up on you.
Oh, yeah?
And from the looks of you, you're not doing half bad.
Yeah, you got that right. There's more to it than you'll ever know. Hey, come on, I gotta talk to you. Come up to my room and talk alone.
Look, Vicky, whatever the judge decides today, I wanted you to know how difficult it was for me to go up there on the stand and give evidence against you.
Come on, you don't have to explain to me.
Yeah, I do, Vicky, because Joey, Kevin, and Jessica, they're much more than three little kids to me. They're my brothers and my little sister. They're part of my family, just like Clint is, and just like I consider you to be. I hope the judge can work out some kind of an equal custody here.
Thank you for your kind words, sweetheart.
We'll be thinking about you.
Thank you. Thank you. Everyone is so sure, so optimistic. Why can't I be the same? What are they saying? I wonder if they know anything. Oh, it's time. Why don't they just get it over with?
Well, Vicky, it'll be over soon. Sorry to frighten you.
I have a feeling it's never going to be over.
No. The judge will announce the good news, then we'll get out of this place and go and have a nice, quiet celebration. How's that?
I just want to hold my children in my arms. That's all I want to do.
Too well. There's Herb Callison. Clint can't be far behind.
Tom, I'm so scared.
Everything's going to be just fine.
Ladies and gentlemen, Judge Guernsey has reached his decision. If you'll just take your places, please.
I have to see you again. Meet me in the old bookstore on Cedar Street, 11:15. The door will be open. Jamie.
Jamie. Hey, Diane. I thought I heard... Hi, Kathy. I did hear the doorbell. Check out these flowers. Who is this secret admirer that has such a crush on you?
All rise. In the name of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, this court is now declared open. The Honorable Judge Oliver Guernsey now presiding. Cease all conversation. You may be seated. Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, George.
Morning.
If the counsels will bear with me for one moment, please.
He looks upset. It's not a bad sign. I think he's just preoccupied trying to straighten his papers out. My anxiety is showing. Vicky, I have read a lot of his decisions. They are always intelligent, thoughtful, and compassionate. Whatever he decides, I just want to get it over with now. I cannot stand this waiting and wondering. I want it over with, and I want Clint out of my life.
You see the way the judge looked at me?
I didn't see him looking at you at all.
Well, he did. One of those I'm sorry, pal looks. You told me all his decisions were in favor of the mother getting custody.
There have been several exceptions.
Yeah, when the mother was in jail, right? Well, I asked for it when I told him that I would give up the fight and let Vicky have custody of Kevin and Joey and Jessica.
He refused. That's why we're here now.
Yeah. Because he wants it to be his decision, not mine. You know, yesterday all this stuff was so clear and so simple. But now, Herb, I start thinking of losing those kids.
In a matter of Buchanan versus Buchanan, both parties have petitioned the court for a no-fault divorce decree. And Mr. Buchanan has petitioned the court for custody of their 3 children. The choices before me were neither obvious nor simple. And the judgment which I rendered was one of the most difficult I faced in my judicial career. It is one which I hope and pray will serve all parties.
like a private investigator.
Yeah, well, I'm hoping you've seen enough for a while and you're ready to come back to the ranch with
We've
me.
been through this 100 times.
Well, it's different this time.
The ranch never changes.
It will. It will now that we've found a new way to bring irrigation to the ranch. And the bank has agreed to float us a new loan. Max, you know what this means.
Steve!
It means that we could have one of the best spreads in Texas.
Steve, the ranch was a disaster when Pa bought it. It was a disaster when he died. It will always be a disaster.
That ranch meant everything to Ma and Pa. And I am not about to walk